I know people make that fucking joke. I get it. I literally have a trigger warning because there are people who come at me. Why do you come at black conservatives? All they talk about is personal choice. I'm so tired of being an entertaining personality. I'm talking about what really matters. If you're down with that, fuck with me for these next couple minutes. Come fuck with your boy. Has the FBI found out who it was who planted bombs at the RNC the night before the January 6th Capitol event? And not a single American believes that they don't fully know who it was. It's just, it wasn't a Trump supporter, and January 6th remains a Democrat media hoax to push through radical reform. Every person who died was a Trump supporter, and AOC is still a bad actress. If it was a hoax that the Democrats were putting up as super bad, why would the Republicans deny a committee to investigate it? Why would you have a win so clearly in your pocket where you could prove the demon rats are putting microchips in their vaccine and they're killing Americans and shit like that? If that were true, if that were in any way remotely true, in some form of fashion, why don't they take the win? Why don't they take the easy road out? I wonder if maybe there's something that they're hiding, because I know people for a fact would see a victory on top of somebody that they didn't like and immediately hop towards it and be like, see, you were wrong about that. You telling me politicians have the ability to have the moral high ground over someone else and they're not taking it? That doesn't seem weird to you, considering all of politics, almost since its beginning, has been a reign of popularity and how you can sway public opinion? I thought you hated the government. What's going on here? And you support this woman? This is clearly showing that she's a fucking grifter, but I guess maybe you don't understand my point. Maybe you think I'm being too facetious. Maybe you think I'm being a joke. Maybe you're like, damn, I really enjoy this stream and I'm watching it to death and I'm trying to understand what's going on here, and somehow, some way, you were like, okay, prove it to me, show me that she's a grifter. Bet, let's do it. Let's take a deep dive for the next 4 minutes into Candace Owens, but I'm gonna do this in 2. You know why? Because I'm good at it, and I want you to get good at it. I want you to be able to get good at seeing fraud in your life. I'm not talking about politicians' frauds. I'm talking about people in your life who want to be fraudulent around you, who want to sit around you and eat at your table, but don't want to ever bring nothing to the plate. They never want to bring none of their chicken. They don't want to bring that. They don't even bring mayonnaise. They don't even bring bread. They bring fucking forks, and you know you got plenty of forks already because, bitch, we live in the same neighborhood, and you know I went to Family Dollar for some fucking utensils. Get me out of here, bro. Don't you ever bring forks to my barbecue. You better bring some meat. Wait, then again, some people might be vegan. I fuck with the Impossible Burger. You could bring the Impossible Burger. If you have the Impossible Burger, I'll eat the Impossible Burger. This stream is not sponsored by Impossible Burger. Could you imagine if it was, though? I'd be like, you know what else is impossible to deal with that's not Republicans? The burger. Impossible. Anyway, I'm being stupid. I just want to have fun right now. I'm sorry. I think I made Candace Owens short circuit. This was the guy who made Candace Owens believe that Lee Harvey Oswald was photoshopped into a Marine outfit because she didn't believe that Lee Harvey Oswald, if you don't know, the guy accused of shooting guys, come on. Just the headline. This is how you get people to watch your videos, even though they leave it as background noise. You tell them that there's something on the screen they should see, which if you're watching this on YouTube, there's something on the screen you should see, and you get them to pay attention to the video. Okay, now you can put it back as background noise. I know, bro. I don't ever be paying attention to that shit either. Anyway, he's the guy who made them believe that Lee Harvey Oswald was photoshopped. You are making a mockery of a day that is meant to memorialize men that died so you and other anti-American leftists can laugh at their sacrifices by photoshopping a murderer into their uniforms. You are deranged, as is any person applauding your efforts. She's a grifter. Is it not clear to you? You think that because she has stupid opinions in one facet, bro, charge your phone. You think you have one facet But when you offend me, it doesn't matter. You are to listen and be beholden to me because aren't you the person who's democratic and you love America? You want to see it change so much? How dare you mock it? Corny, grifter, pay attention. Everything that you've said in defense of this woman just fell apart with this. Do you know why? Because she uses this as jumping off points to continue her reign of dominance. And do you know why she's doing this? And for the first people ever who are coming into the stream and don't know who I am and how deeply I know this person, she's running for president. She's solidifying that she is against the anti-American left values. Even though we know as common sense, the left doesn't exist because everything is pretty much center left or right in this country. The Overton window is shot. You can watch tens of hundreds of videos on YouTube about that. I'm not here to explain that to you. But when things like this happen and she hits it with the same Gustavo that everybody else hits it with, that's what's happening. That's why I made a segment at 2 hours ago about authority, because people like that know how to profess that authority because it comes from a sense of privilege. I'm with the white people. I belong with the white people. I am the white people. Therefore, the color of my skin now defines that I think against the grain. You don't think that's how she thinks? You sure? You still saying something about like, yeah, no. Oh, that's denim. I don't. Oh, yeah, because I got it from her. You don't think that's how she thinks? You sure? You sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because what's her, take a look at her. You sure? Look, I'm going to break my whole format just for this. What is her? What's her banner? What's her book? You sure that that's not what it's about? Are you sure? Because if you're sure, then you're lying. And if you believe her, then you're full of shit. I just pointed out a fallacy in the person that exists. And she says she's uncancelable. Since she was born. But she just canceled herself with that thought. Interesting. Would not have guessed you cared so much about being politically correct. It's not about political correctness to have a soul and a modicum of decency. Reminder, these men died, the majority of them on foreign soil, so that you could be free. You do not Photoshop murderers into their uniforms so that you can have a laugh. And then she blocked them. Most people that lie for a living block people that expose them. And Candace Owens blocked him. You dropped this, king. Wait, she thinks Oswald military photo is something you faked? Yes. To end this beautiful segment. You wonder why I dunk on her so much or why I challenge her to a debate at my low-ass level of viewers? You wonder why I respond to comments that say Candace Owens would eat you in a debate? They wouldn't. Because not only do I have the actual knowledge of history behind me because I'm a fucking psychopath that memorizes tons of shit at a time, but because the moral ineptitude to be able to have this opinion, to have this focus and make money off it means that there are fallacies I can exploit. I used to tell people this all the time when I was a kid. Yo, please don't ever get in a fight with me because if I have to fight, if you're pounding on me and I have to fight, I'm going to try to kill you. Because all I know is survival. In a debate with a person like that, I'm going to exploit every weakness you have. Because and I said this before in a video a long time ago, so I'm going to repeat it now. If I were to believe everything you were saying, I would be in a worse off position than I was now. So why should I? Why should you?